Hello, students. Welcome to EasyElimu, Learning Simplified. I am your teacher, Mr. Stanley Ombogo. So, uh, this is another episode of The Samaritan by John Lara, dear students. And in this session, we are going to look at the characters that we came across in Act 1, Scene 1. So we are going to identify the characters that is by their names, and also looking at the roles that they play. We're also going to look at the roles that they play uh, in the scene. Then we are also going to look at, that is the character portrayal. That is the character that they portray in the scene. So uh, before we start, are you able to remember? Do you remember the characters that we came across in the first scene, that is Act 1? So we can maybe mention a few very fast. We talked about that is the mayor, Mosi. We talked about Mrs. Narin, the principal, Kamona, the deputy. We talked about Piro, who was the chairman of the local school board. We talked about, Alvita and Montano. We talked about Nicole. We also talked about the distinguished municipal leaders, that is right from Ramdai to, uh, to the others. We had the likes of, Bastille, Ted, who was the chief opposition, and so on. So we are going to look at some of them and look at their character portrayal. So before we start, who is a character? Dear students, who is a character? So remember that uh, a character is a person that the writer or author chooses to do what, or uses to perform the actions that we have in in the play or in a play. So remember again, when looking at someone's character portrayal, we can look at the what, the inward character or the outward character. That is, so inward character is all about the behaviors and all that. Someone's thoughts. Then when we talk about someone's thought of opinion towards a particular issue, when we talk about the outward, that is a character trait, we can talk about the what we are able to observe with our eyes physically. So the first character that we are going to talk about, dear students, is a character that is by the name Mrs. Narin. So remember, in the play, Mrs. Narin is the school principal. She is the school principal of Sagrada Secondary. So the role is that apart from being the school principal of Sagrada Secondary, we also told that she is a what? She is a stock character. So what are some of the character traits of Mrs. Narin in this scene? So we are told that she is firm. She is firm. So someone who is firm is someone who stands, who says something and means it. So the principle is said to have a strong personality. Again, somebody who is firm respects other people and also expect respect in return. So we are told that the principle is said to have a very strong personality. So she means business. Then the second character, dear students, the character that we are coming across in scene 1, another name of character that we are coming across in scene 1, that is the first act, is Mayor Mosi. So what are some of the character roles? What are some of the character roles of the mayor, that is Mosi? So the first role is that he builds themes of bad governance and technology as he talks about it. So Mayor Mosi, when we look at that is hierarchy in leadership, he is the top. So he's the top leader in Maracas municipality. So some of the things, some of the things that is, some of the impunities uh, that are in this municipality are as a result of what? It's as a result of his own liking, because he's the leader and he fails to take action and to ensure that he does the right things. So he builds themes of bad governance and technology, uh-huh, as it is talked about. Again, as he also addresses it after being told about the Samaritan app. So he also brings out language use such as irony, satire, and ellipsis. So we are going to expound on those language use when we'll be looking at the language and style used in the scene. So he brings out language use such as irony, satire, and ellipsis. So we also told that another role that he plays, dear students, is that he enables the readers to see how firm and realistic Nicole is. Because let me take an example with the governors that we have in our counties. When you're a nobody, and when talking about a nobody, I mean that is a common citizen. When you're just a common and simple citizen, let me talk about common mwananchi in quotes. So, uh, when you are threatened, when you receive a threat from the government, or let's even talk about an MCA or a member of parliament, most of us will do what? Most of us will run away and even drop whatever activities we were involved in, whether right or wrong. Most of us will do that. But this is not the case for Nicole. So he is firm throughout, even when the mayor even when she receives threats from the mayor, and even Bembe, who is the inspector general, plus all other leaders within the municipality. So again, he also develops the plot as an inciting action of stopping the rewarding of the app. That is, sorry, let me go back to that line again. We are told that Mosi also develops the plot as an inciting action of stopping the rewarding of the app. So he also wants to ensure that the app is not launched, and again there are no rewards that are given. Then again, in the previous line that we talked about, it was about Mosi. I think I mentioned Nicole's name somewhere, but I just used it. That is in the line where we are told that another character role for Mosi is that he enables us to see how firm realistic Nicole is. So I gave a lot of information about Nicole instead of Mosi, simply to explain what the line talks about, because Nicole's firmness is as a result of Mosi trying to manipulate and frustrate her, but she sticks to her principles. So again, we are told that Mosi, these are now the character portrayal or the traits. So the first thing is that Mosi is opulent and flashy. So we are told that he has more phones, 3 phones to be specific. And in every meeting, he must put his 3 phones on top of the table, plus the stick and the hat he is wearing. So another portrayal is that he is temperamental. In page 17, we are told that he raised his voice while addressing Nicole. That is after failing to reward the Samaritan app, and now asking Nicole to do what? To discard it. So again, we are told that he is arrogant and proud, or pompous. So he says that he cannot argue with a simple chairman of a local school board. That is on page 18. Remember the name of the chairman of the local school board is Piro. So again, we are told that Mosi is dictatorial. So Mosi dictates what the school should do, when, and how. So on page 18, we are told that he commands he gives commands. So he commands Nicole to go and write a letter now, and also drop a copy or leave a copy in his office through the principal. So apart from that, we also told that Mosi is cautious. The reason why he is cautious is that he declines the Samaritan innovation, that it might be a problem to the leadership. So his reputation might be hurt. So he is very cautious. So he has seen what might happen ahead. So we can also talk about Mosi being a schemer. So he has seen what is going to what this app, the Samaritan app, is going its effects in future. So he fails to do what? To launch and reward it, so that he can buy time to find a way of destroying it. So that is his intention. So he's very cautious when it comes to rewarding the app, because he is aware that he is not clean. All of them aren't clean. So the next character is Nicole. So some of the character roles of Nicole, dear students, is that we come to realize how insecure Mosi is because of our innovation with the students. So were it not for the Samaritan app, probably we wouldn't have been made aware of Mayor Mosi's insecurities. So we also meet styles like satire because of her conflicting view with Mosi. That is, they have got different perspectives. Then again, we are told that another character role is that we expect the play as she resists Mosi's suggestion of doing away with the Samaritan. So it makes the play interesting. That is by simply resisting Moses' suggestion to discard the Samaritan app. So we expect conflict in the story. So that is some of the roles that Nicole is playing. So some of the the character role, the character portrayal that we have in her in this scene is that she is realistic. So she tells Mosi that she may not be able to say anything about the app. And that is true, because she eventually says that the app has been online for months, and now the app is no longer in her custody, but it has been taken over by the National Information and Communications Technology Corporation, and there is little they can do now about it. So again, we have got the two students, that is Alvita and Montano. So what are some of the roles of Alvita and Montano, dear students? So they are just students like you. So the first thing is that they show how focused Nicole is and how selfish the mayor is. Remember, they are the ones who came up with the what? Who came up with the application. So through the students. So remember, they are not involved. The students, Alvita and Montano, are not involved in these meetings because they are still treated as what? As children. And that is why there is a part where actually Nicole says that you are still young to understand these issues. So they show how focused Nicole is and how selfish the mayor is. So they also set the plot in motion with their play and innovation. So remember, during the end of year school closing day, they staged a play that was to help explain the creativity that is behind, or the ideas behind the creation of the Samaritan app. So they also build the play within a play. So remember, play within a play is also a style used in literature, or used in literary approaches. So some of the characters they portray is that they are innovative and creative. That is the conflicting aspect of a bright future and a dark future results from their strained imagination. So remember the whole thing to do with 50, in the next 50 years to come was all about imagination. So they are innovative. So they are also courageous. They confidently stand before the rest of the learners and the mayor's team to present their play and the application. So not all people can do this. We have got students or learners who have stage fright. They can maybe speak well on the phone, or maybe speak well in the form of writing, but now when given the chance to address a mammoth crowd, they are unable to do that because of panic and stage fright. So the students are courageous. So thanks for watching, dear students. So that is the end of character and characterization, or rather the character portrayal in Act 1, Scene 1. Keep it easy, Elimu, and wait for more episodes of this interesting play. Bye.